God knows us, y'all. He knows how we like to be approached. He knows what makes us not fearful.
A big part of our mission is teaching. And what excites me the most is to see families coming through and spending their time throughout the week in a place that's orchestrated by God.
That was another one of our pastor's visions, to have a family life center, so to speak. We came up with the acronym for the Impact Center, which is improving and maintaining positive activities and community trainings. There's going to be a gymnasium with a track, an indoor track. There's going to be a fitness center with elliptical weights and stationary bikes and just fully equipped. There are going to be activities for the young people, basketball, volleyball courts, and pretty much something for all ages. We realize also the parents need a lot of training and skills. The Impact Center would provide those trainings and adult classes. We want to develop not just the child, but the adults, physically, mentally, emotionally, socially, and spiritually.
Walking in someone else's shoes, experiencing their plight, certainly helps us re-examine our tendency to judge others.
What I love about the Lutheran Church is it's an educational, they teach. Lutherans teach. I grew up Baptist. Lutherans teach. And it's a teaching theology. And when blacks see that, they can embrace that. Because, traditionally blacks is Dr. Hooper and hollering, and it's, he's preaching. No, we blacks, we need teaching. So we embrace that. There's a legitimate need in this community, and we see it. We see St. Paul as being the model for future black churches in the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod around the country. We can be that model. The Lutheran Church can come and say, okay, well, LCMS, okay, this is what St. Paul did. Why can't we replicate that not only in the black community, what about the Hispanic community? And grow churches that way.
The Third Ward is a southeast section of the inner city loop. A lot of history arose in Third Ward. Famous names and people that pioneered, built schools, built hospitals, built the first black seminary were here in the Third Ward. Martin Luther King Jr., Dr. MLK Jr. came here and preached during the Civil Rights Movement.
This momentous decree came as a great beacon light of hope to millions of Negro slaves.
A lot of people in the Third Ward are really proud of their history. It just captivated me, how different and how unique the community was from what was outside of it. And it just got my mind thinking, how can there be such saturation of economic depravity and African Americans in one section of the city? And I just couldn't let that question go. And I kept praying over it, and then the Lord just started to call me more and more here, and then we eventually started to move here about 6.5 years ago. To call people into a place like Third Ward, which 25 years ago was over 90% black, now it's gone down to about 60% because of influx and changes in the city. But how about you be a place where people can come in and feel like they have a brother, they have a church where they can comfortably experience black community, experience the kingdom of God in a black community, and it's okay, and learn something and grow from that experience so that there can be a true transitive relationship of the whole church. The only way to really understand the other side, to really understand what black history is to actually experience people from that perspective, to actually walk across the lines and walk with them and see that they beat, that they live, that they breathe, just like you. And so For Soon Church, our invitation is we're calling people to actually come over and walk with people of a different color, a different persuasion, of a different background. Get to know them, and therefore have that inform how we view each other and not the television or social media. And we'd love for people who want to experience that locally here in Houston to come out and visit us. We'd love to be that partner, that chaperone for you in experiencing diversity in the kingdom of Jesus, to grow all of us together as the church. The kingdom of God is live and real, and when you put your faith in him, then something out of nothing can happen in Jesus Christ.